This is a bar exercise using the first finger. And with this side here, you can see that my thumb is pointing to the ceiling. And my first finger, I'm trying to really make sure that it is parallel with the fret. I don't want to do anything like that. I want to try and keep it straight. And for me, the key knuckle is this one. That's a phrase we probably haven't heard before, the key knuckle. That's the most important joint there. Try and keep that one straight if you can. Another technique I often tell people is that just because we're barring across all 6 strings, doesn't mean that your fingertip has to actually stay there. You could actually do what I call an overshoot and just kind of bring your finger higher and use this kind of meaty part of the finger down here to see if that helps keep the strings under control. And really all we're trying to do is we don't have to over grip. You're going to feel it sort of, around this area of the base of the thumb here, and also probably this area of the base of the thumb there. So this part and this part. And we don't need to over grip. Remember that we're just trying to hold the strings against the fret. So we don't have to have them touch the fingerboard. They just need to make sure that they touch the fret themselves, okay? We're just holding the strings against the fret. Here it is again. Fret 1, fret 2, fret 3, fret 4, fret 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And if you wanted, you can come back down as well, but 1 to 12 is absolutely fine. Now let's look at the right hand picking. Right hand picking is just alternate picking, and I'm trying to concentrate on anchoring. So hopefully you can see that I've got the corner of my palm here. There's a sort of hard part where you'll feel a bone in the hand there. And what we want to try and do is rest that part on the top of the bridge here. You may have bridge pins instead of this electric guitar bridge. But I'm resting it there. I'm trying not to come across the strings. I want to make sure that the strings are free to ring. So I kind of get my fleshy part of my palm here, the karate chop part here, and I'll make sure that I'm just resting there along the bridge. So let's look at that again. Here we are, and I'm going to go fret 1, and let me just do that with the picking. So down, up, 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 up, down, 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 Okay, got a couple of mistakes in there. It's quite a tricky exercise. It's a real workout for the left hand as well. Just obviously we want to make sure we don't grip too hard because you'll fatigue your hand. The other way that you could approach the picking is do a sort of sweep or economy method. This is a great preparatory for a strum, and it would just be like this: down, 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 and then up, 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 up. And just carry on like that all the way up through the neck. Now, a couple of extra things about the left hand. You may have noticed that what I'm trying to do as I move up that neck, I want my thumb to move up. I don't want my thumb to be sort of dragged out of position. I was talking to a student the other day and came up with a quite a nice way of explaining it, I thought, which is that we don't want our finger to make an X there between the thumb and the pointer. We want it to try and keep making that V shape here. So we want to make sure that we've got the pointer one side and the thumb the other, and that it's actually straighter. The thumb is kind of as straight as possible with that bar finger here. So as I move from fret 1 to fret 2, my thumb is going to detach slightly and come up. And then so on and so forth. As I go up to 3, I kind of detach and move up, detach and move up, detach and move up, that kind of thing. Now, let's look at something else with it as well. You may have noticed that sometimes what I do with my pointer finger, and I don't even really think about it, it just kind of happens. If I'm not doing anything with fingers 2, 3, and 4, I can often bring my middle finger over my pointer finger to help support the tension in the pointer finger. So I can just, do this kind of thing. And again, the really hard part with this is knowing, obviously keep the finger straight, but the other one is just make sure that you know how much force to put into it so that you don't tire your hand out. I'm actually getting quite a little bit of cramp at the moment, and that tells me that I'm pushing too hard, and I actually need to settle down a little bit and make sure I push a lot as hard. Okay, so that's the bar exercise. Enjoy that, and let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks.